On April 27, 2002, Kim Hyun-ju, a 29-year-old piano instructor, caught a taxi to go home after an afternoon class. But after that, nobody could find her anymore. The next evening, 20-year-old Soo Min-yu, who was a university student, boarded the same taxi, and she also disappeared. Just a few hours later, 3 young women took the mysterious taxi. It was early in the morning that they came out of the club, but they weren't so drunk as if they didn't drink too much. And in the front passenger seat of the taxi, there was a male passenger already sitting quietly. The taxi driver approached to the girls, saying that he would give a large discount on the fare as a condition of sharing the ride with the male passenger. The 3 females were early and mid-20s, and they were young business owners who were engaged in clothing and other businesses in Korean street market. The youngest among them, 22-year-old Jung Min-ah, who came to the club for the first time in her life that day with her elder friends, was a good daughter taking care of her single mother who suffered from the chronic illness. However, these 3 women also couldn't have returned home after taking the taxi. A day later, the taxi in black drove into the parking lot of some big company. The taxi driver and the male passenger got out of the taxi, and they began to take the license plate of the car next to them. In the meantime, sturdy guards surrounded them, and after struggling to subdue the stubbornly resisting thieves, the guards reported to the police. However, only 1 young policeman came and managed the situation loosely, and as the result, one of the 2 thieves escaped. The perplexed police inspected the taxi and opened the trunk of the car, which emits a foul stench, and found out 5 bodies inside. They were the 5 women who had disappeared earlier. The police interrogated 24-year-old Heo Jae-pil, who was one of the perpetrators, and found out that they killed 6 people, including another victim. Their first victim was 32-year-old Cho Yun-sun, the owner of a hair salon frequented by the another accomplice, 29-year-old Kim Kyung-hoon. When Kim Kyung-hoon said that he would take her home after work, she got into his car without any doubt. But the car stopped in the wrong place, another man waiting there. Kim Kyung-hoon suddenly changed into the robbery with him. And Miss Cho lost her card and life by them. A few days later, they conspire vicious and continuous business. After stealing a taxi license plate, a sign, and attached them to Kim Kyung-hoon's car. Then Kim pretended to be a taxi driver and dragged the victims to the place where Heo Jae-pil was waiting for them to kill them, or disguised Heo Jae-pil as a passenger from the beginning. As they piled 5 corpses in the trunk, fearing that they would be tracked by the police, they sneaked into the parking lot of the company and were discovered. Kim Kyung-hoon and Heo Jae-pil got to know each other working at a golf club and soon became close. Kim Kyung-hoon, who ran away, grew up in a middle-class family of educators. However, whether it was because of his somewhat repressive parents or his congenital warped personality, he started to become more evil from a young age. And even before meeting Heo Jae-pil, he was already a professional criminal with 7 criminal convictions, including armed robbery. On the other hand, Heo Jae-pil had no criminal record, but he was mentally unhealthy as he grew up under his stepmother who hated him from his childhood, and he was in some debt. Because of that, he planned a robbery with Kim Kyung-hoon to pay off his debt. Kim Kyung-hoon was eventually discovered by the police after a few days of running away, but committed suicide right before being arrested. He executed the death penalty himself, and he had left a will that was apologizing to his parents and girlfriend. After Kim Kyung-hoon died, Heo Jae-pil claimed that Kim Kyung-hoon led all the crimes, but he could not escape the death sentence. It is unclear which of the 2 was the main role to the serial crimes. However, Heo Jae-pil confessed, in the course of his testimony, that he had become more and more addicted by their brutal acts as they repeatedly committed murders.
At first I was afraid, but as things got too big, I realized that it was nothing. I killed them as if I was hypnotized. Afterwards, I was excited and even left for it.